Hello, and welcome to the Nuln Set Spotlight. Nuln is a quasi-place, an ethereal state of potential, usually only known as part of the shifting madness of the blind eternities. It's populated by the descendants of people from all across the multiverse, people who dared to dream too deeply and were lost. Over the millennia, their convictions, their expectations, and their assumptions shaped the raw dream stuff of their unreality into something new. Collaboratively and unwittingly, they formed a realm for themselves far beyond the reaches of the lives they once knew. And so Nuln itself, once just nebulous, mercurial potential, was realized. Now there's something like a real plane drifting in the raw dream stuff beyond being, a place where conviction is power, where dreams do come true, and where potential is everything. While Nuln itself is somewhat intransigent now, its inhabitants are far from it. In Nuln you'll find double-faced transforming cards that represent what they are on the front face, but also what they could be on the back face. And once they've attained that potential and transformed, they're not going back. Enter Quintessence. The back face of Nuln's transform cards bear this new keyword, and, once they've transformed, it keeps them from transforming back into their old lesser selves. Quintessence reads, "This card remains transformed as it moves to any zone," which means that no matter where a transformed card comes from or goes, it stays transformed. Take a look at Bloodthirsty Cinders, for example. It's a reasonable enough card on its face, giving you access to a respectable burn-based sweeper. But if you can set things up just right and align the stars properly, you can realize its true potential. If 4 or more creatures tagged by Bloodthirsty Cinders die, it'll transform itself and shuffle into your library for later use. In this form, Hemoclasm, it deals increased damage and helps you to dig for other juicy cards you may have tucked into your deck. And thanks to Quintessence, it'll stay this way, no matter where it goes. It can be shuffled in, drawn, countered, returned from the graveyard, copied, whatever, you name it. Once you've empowered your Bloodthirsty Cinders, Hemoclasm is here to stay. Speaking of aligning the stars, Quintessence isn't the only new mechanic in Nuln. The denizens of Nuln are dreamers, but some of them dream a little bigger than the rest. Cards with this sidereal mechanic have the potential for incredible power, but realizing the best version of yourself is hard, and there's no easy way to transform these cards. In fact, they can't transform themselves during the game at all. Take a look at Stellar Attunement, for example. If you include this green sorcery in your deck, you're getting a 3-mana ramp spell with a neat ability to fix you for any color, including colors that you're not even running basics for. But the backside, Pillars of Creation. Now that's enough ramp to fuel your wildest dreams. So how do you get it? For power like this, you'll need to make use of the sidereal mechanic. At the start of the game, you can put up to 5 cards you own from your sideboard into the Beyond, already transformed. The Beyond is a zone much like Exile, although what's in there is hidden from your opponents, and, of course, it can't be accessed by outside-the-game effects, like wishes. The only way to get these super powerful sidereal transformations into the game itself is by using cards in your deck that can access the Beyond directly, pulling Figment and Potentia from the Beyond into being. Let's take a look at one such card. Caught in the Dream Tide. It's a clean little blue aura that taps a creature down and keeps it that way, safely out of the fight. But each turn, it also siphons a bit of dream stuff from the creature. Until, after 5 turns, you've got enough to reach into the Beyond yourself. But of course, keeping a creature caught in the Dream Tide for 5 whole turns won't be an easy task. Your opponents may not know what you intend to pull from the Beyond, but they'll be looking to interfere, while fielding threats of their own. You'll have to play your cards right to make the most of Nuln's raw potential. But then, there's always going to be something standing between you and your dreams. Don't let that stop you.